Good day, dear friends, and welcome to the next chapter of Aquarius Rising, Christianity and Judaism explained using the science of the stars. Aquarius Rising is a book over 4,000 years in the making. The rights of others are both recognized and supported. Others are free to follow their own cultural and religious path. This work does not advocate forcing anyone to do or follow anything. It is not an attack on any individual or institution. Religion is in the public domain, though. It must necessarily expect an examination of its customs, rituals, holy days, and doctrines. If you are new here, these individual chapters explain stories and festivals of the New and Old Testament from the Astro Theology perspective. If you're unfamiliar with this, I suggest you either read Aquarius Rising, Introduction through Chapter 7, or watch the associated videos to develop a foundational understanding before proceeding with the stories and festival chapters. I hope this work will aid you in your spiritual journey.
Aquarius Rising, Chapter 35, Noah and the Great Flood, 150 Days of Peril. The saga of Noah and the flood is also a chronological system for measuring the annual cycle of the sun. This calendar of Noah was used by the Hebrews before adopting their Mosaic calendar. The Mosaic calendar is an update generated from the myth relating to Hebrew slavery and the liberation from Egypt. This Moses calendar is a lunar calendar that correlates lunar and solar time and includes agricultural festivals previously not included in the Noah calendar. The Moses calendar also incorporated the Noah calendar. This metonic system is defined as the cycle is from ancient Greek ennead sideros, meaning 19. It is approximately 19 years, after which the moon's phases recur at the same time of the year. The recurrence is not perfect, and by precise observation, the metonic cycle defined as 235 synodic lunar months is just 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 33 seconds longer than 19 tropical years. Two important distinctions must be made regarding the Noah calendar. First, the months did not alternate between 29 and 30 days with the Noah calendar, as does the current Jewish calendar. All months were 30 days long in the Noah calendar. Thus, the count was 360 days plus 5 uncounted days and not as lunar years of approximately 354 lunar days. The Genesis account of Noah's flood illustrated this 360-day year by recording the 150-day interval till the waters abated from the earth. In other words, it indicates a 5-month period as being exactly 150 days in length or 5 30-day months. The second important distinction is that the ancient Noah and Moses calendar begins at the autumnal equinox, not the spring equinox. The story of Noah and the Great Flood is a saga of astronomical mythology. It refers to a chronological system of measuring the sun's annual cycle. There is no doubt the earth has had significant periods of flooding, especially during periods of ice age melt. It is a stretch to think that Noah gathered every creature from 60 million square miles of approximately 200 million square miles of the earth, sea and land together. The flood of Noah is a means of noting the sun's weakness during the winter months and the disastrous effect on the people. The period of the flood's world's devastation was indicated by 150 days, or 5 months. The 150 number is key to understanding the symbolism. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. Genesis 7:24. Yet only a few verses prior, we see the rains lasted for 40 days. For 40 days the flood kept coming on the earth, and as the waters increased they lifted the ark high above the earth. Genesis 7:17. How is this to be interpreted? We do not go from one season to the next instantly. The ancients noted the transition lasted about 40 days. The festival of Halloween marks the end of the 40 days from the autumnal equinox of September 22. Then from Halloween to the vernal equinox, symbolically represented as Mount Ararat, it is slightly less than 150 days. This is the period indicated by the story of Noah where evil waters prevailed upon the earth. The actual days spanned from Halloween to the astronomical coordinate designating the vernal, spring, equinox, March 21, is actually about 140 days. However, The ancient Jews measured time by phases of the moon, most notably the new moon or the full moon. Consequently they noted the first full moon, after the crossing of the vernal equinox, as their time indicator, and this took them to exactly 150 days, as measured by the date, 17th of the month, of their calendar, so far from the 17th of the second month to the 17th of the seventh month was exactly 150 days. This span of 140 days signifies the most oppressive periods of the winter season. The 17th day of the seventh month marked the sun's crossing of the vernal equinox, where the sun lifted into the upper hemisphere, forecasting with its rise, warm weather, and the promise of delivery for the survivors of the peril of winter. Pay attention to biblical references or 150 days or 5 months and look for its symbolic significance. Note this verse from the book of Revelation. They were not allowed to kill them but only to torture them for 5 months. And the agony they suffered was like that of the sting of a scorpion when it strikes. During those days, people will seek death but will not find it, they will long to die, but death will elude them. Revelation 9, 5-6. The sting of a scorpion refers to Scorpio's astrological sign and the 5 months of the sun's further descent into the southern hemisphere, the land of the dead, after the 40 days ending at Halloween. The torment of Revelation parallels the torment of the Noah flood, this being the torment of the winter season. Stripping away the filler of the story of gathering all the world's animals into the ark and what you have is a story of instruction to the people to store up provisions for 5 months of hardship. The central dynamic within mythology is for education. Mythology was the primary means used by the ancients to preserve their knowledge and history. Remember, the ancient communities did not have books, scrolls, or the internet. Their transmission of knowledge was an oral tradition of storytelling via fables, folk tales, and symbolic stories.
The information in this video was taken from Aquarius Rising, Christianity and Judaism Explained Using the Science of the Stars by Rico Rojo. Aquarius Rising pulls data from over 4,000 years and numerous books and manuscripts and presents it in an easily digestible form for the modern reader. Aquarius Rising is available on your local Amazon in both print and Kindle. If you found this information useful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.